calling the shots. Guess who be running the show? Fuck with me though, making me feel like the bad guy.
What's up, YouTube? So I've been pretty quiet. Channel has been somehow growing all by itself. I have no idea why, how, whatever it is, but I'm very thankful for that. And this is the winter, right? So this is the season in which we have crazy slowdowns. We've got, it's a lot harder to tune a car on the road. Normally after Christmas and stuff, people are recovering financially, so it's not going to be a super busy time of year for me. So what I've been doing is I've been going through finalizing the truck. I'll post a video of that very soon. But I think I've managed all the sweet spots. I've got like maybe pedal mapping left. Like it's that close. It's the point where you can cruise it around. It gets amazing fuel economy. Tow with it. It's got boatloads of power. Super clean up tailpipe. It just sounds happy as can be. And then now it's a matter of maybe making it a little bit more of a linear pedal. So I have it somewhat of a slow pedal sloping. Anyways, truck stuff, personal stuff. I went over my suspension design geometry stuff again with Seam out in Estonia. So that's gotten really good. We were figuring out the front spring rate for my car, what I had set up with these K-Sport coilovers. It's kind of, I guess the best way to put it is the car was designed to be a soft spring, heavy anti-roll bar configuration. And what I had preset had been incorrect in the front spring. So that's just because that was available. Got this from Robert way back when. And, I mean, for what it is, it's amazing. It allowed me to set up suspension geometry and do the whole FC front subframe and stuff like that. So I'm just in the process of going through and organizing all my thoughts for the last couple of years. And I've gotten things set up, like this is what I'm going to show you guys, my room and kind of what I've been doing for the business place, right? This is where I'm tuning cars. This is where I'm doing research and development for small projects that could end up being semi-revolutionary. Diesel truck tuning, which I was never expecting to do, but if someone needs help with it, what's being offered on the market I'm finding is very lackluster when it comes to pay all this money, you get this generic bullshit tune that's just been over the air downloaded, and it's fucking pile of shit. It's not going to work for possibly the needs and wants of that vehicle, especially when they're only touching maybe 10 tables out of hundreds. And so, for instance, if you build a transmission, specifically like a 48 RE, you may find that the pressure of the increased solenoid pressure and the triple disc torque converter create a point where you're almost snapping your input shaft every shift, and your family is afraid for their lives when they go gonk between gear shifts. And so you can do what I did and work through some of the stuff and find sweet spots with the transmission tuning. Anyways, let me show you guys the office. All right, so new toolbox, organized a bunch of my stuff here, and it's been Christmas, so we've got kind of a mess going on, but the car's looking pretty good. We've got the new wheels. Inside, you guys have seen some of this. Kind of look. the new cage. So what I'm going to end up doing this next week is I've got the finishing work on the cage, the finishing work on the interior for laying it all back in. It's just going to be a bunch of small stuff, just knocking out project to project. In the engine bay, I've got probably 5 or 10 things to take off and reset. And then I've got my harness to go in. So it's like disassembly to get to the assembly, and then I need to go pressure test everything. So I've got my smoke tester, my boost pressure tester, stuff like that. And it should be kind of a fun process of just getting it all buttoned up. And I'm probably going to take off the upper fuel rail anyways, the one that's been a complete pain in the ass, and just repaint it. I know I don't want to paint it on the car, that's for damn sure. So I'm gearing up for a lot of stuff in the garage. Corner balance scales, camber caster adjustment, toe adjustment, anti-skid plates, or what do you call those? Friction plates, essentially, for doing corner balance. And I want to get back into doing chassis work on a daily basis. So we did, while this has been a very slow time, I redesigned what I think the suspension geometry should end up being for the front. I redesigned the spring rates using a flat ride. And I think I'm going to end up making the front end of this car really soft, to the point where the motion ratio, the ride frequency of the front to the rear is about 15% faster in the rear. And then with the heavy rear bar and the heavy front bar, it allows me to get away with a very soft spring rate. So I should be able to go around, pretty much bombing down mountain roads and putting together a very good damping configuration to where it is a much higher compression ratio, or compression rate, than rebound in this case. So it may end up becoming a nice floaty feeling at higher speeds when I'm hitting big bumps. So instead of the jacking down effect that you'd have with an excessive rebound, I would be doing the opposite, because I've got soft spring rates, so it's benefiting me to have a higher compression to keep the suspension upright. Anyways, it's all a matter of balance and whatnot. But, yep, getting organized, getting prepped for 2025, new investment strategies. That's where the majority of my time has been in the last, I would say, month and a half or two. And just getting ready to ride a wave. I think that the efforts that I've been putting in are going to start showing really well. And I'm looking forward to providing better to my people, to you guys. So if you have any questions, reach out to me directly. Build consultation, turbo sizing, tuning everything. So, let me know. Catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.
I know I'm calling the shots. Guess who be running the show? Fuck with me though, making me feel like the bad guy.